Oh, that was weird. Oh, hey everybody, Tekking101 here, here to review Bleach chapter number 500 and something, entitled Fangasm. Okay, so chapter starts off with Kenpachi, right? He's finally done with training. He shows up on the battlefield in front of Basby, who's like beating the living crap out of Ukitake or somebody, doesn't matter. So Kenpachi raises his sword, and he's right about to say his Shikai when all of a sudden Ichigo comes plowing right into the ground. I mean, he knocks Basby into the dirt. Basby gets back up, he's like, who the fuck is you? And he's like, I'm Ichigo Kurosaki, bitch. Bankai! Bankai takes the form of like these two awesome javelin spears things he's like holding in both hands, and he's twirling, and they can convert into Quincy bows and shoot out. And Basby's down. I mean, he's done, right? So he goes Volt standing, right? Which basically turns him into the flame god, you know, flame spears all around him, and he's like blasting like freaking nukes everywhere. Ichigo's just like, nah, it doesn't matter, bitch. He can like twirl the javelin to like deflect the blast. You know, Kenpachi, whose Shikai we've still yet to know, he's still, you know, he's swatting them away like flies with a swatter. No big deal, right? So they eventually take down Basby, but then all of a sudden Asnot shows up from behind them, witnessing the entire fight, and Asnot's right about to use his fear ability before they can even notice he's there. All of a sudden, Byakuya comes crashing down from the Soul Palace. He does his final Senkei. That's right. He has like the thing that Ichigo had with the final Getsuga Tensho, but he has final Senkei. It's more refined and he can use it as long as he wants, except on Sundays. So he uses final Senkei and shreds Asnot into like microscopic pieces. There is nothing left of that guy left, but just a weird kind of sense of, you know, fear in the air, you know, whatever. He's shredded, he's gone. They turn around and it's like, hey, Byakuya, how you doing? It's like, oh, I'm doing great, man, whatever. So, by this time, the Sternritters like Yuha, Bach, and Hashwolf, they're noticing all this shit's going down, right? And they're like, oh, crap, we gotta get over there and take care of this before, like, the entire Bondente explodes. So, you know, Hashwolf, Yuha, Uryu, what's left of Bambietta? They all head over to the center of the Bondente to take these guys down. So, Askin Laklevar is actually the first one to arrive there, and before all the other ones can get all there, he uses his dimensional power to open a gateway up. Now, however, normally his gateway abilities only usually work to just strengthen his power and distort the dimensions around him to confuse his opponents. However, this is like the worst time to use this power, because meanwhile in the Naruto universe, when Naruto and Sasuke are fighting against Madara, Kakashi decided to use his Kamui ability, and, well, should we say, they kind of cross paths, you know, you don't cross the streams, so all of a sudden this rips a hole in the freaking fabric of reality, the size of freaking the moon, and all of a sudden, you know, every Naruto character is spilling out into the Bleach universe. You know, Madara pops in, he's about to kill Naruto using Sage Jutsu, he shows up, all the tail beasts spill out, everybody's like, holy crap, what's going on? So the Sternritters think this is a Seirete thing, like this is the Shinigami doing this, or some, you know, trump card they're doing, and the Shinigami think this is like the Sternritters endgame, so they don't know what to freaking think. Naruto and Sasuke are just like, I don't know what's going on, I just want to punch things, so they just start fighting all over again. There's tail beasts everywhere, they're dropping Biju Damas on everybody, you know, Shinigami are falling left and right, ninjas are dying left and right, and then, you know, you think of it getting crazier, right? Well, it turns out that the dimensional gateway eventually gets so big, bigger than the moon, I guess, whatever, you know, retcon, it was the size of, I don't know, Minnesota, so now it's the size of the moon, whatever. Anyway, it's big enough so the Titans from Shingeki no Kyojin are now showing up, and now you're done, right? You got tail beasts, ninjas, Titans, plus Quincy's. I mean, the Shinigami are dead, right? No, they're not, because all of a sudden Uehara, the saving grace Jesus Christ of the entire Bleach universe, shows up, and he's like, okay, we got this. So he opens up a Garganta parallel to the Universal Gap, and all of a sudden he has an army of freaking Menos Grande. Every Arrancar that's still alive in Wakamundo, along with some own genetically engineered Arrancar that he himself designed, plus an army of Gillion armored to the teeth. I mean, they're like regular Gillions, except they have giant, you know, like samurai armor and Gatling guns attached to them, and their mouths can open up to fire like a Ryatsu cannon, like it's like a Sero times 1,000. You know, they all show up, and they start mowing down the Titans. You ever want to see a Titan get split down the middle by an energy cannon? I did too. That's what happens. So, you know, while all this is going on, you know, Hashwolf is there, right? And Hashwolf is supposed to be the balance. His power is supposed to take all the shit that's going on and make it bounce. Well, he realizes, yeah, there's no way I can make all this shit bounce. So he basically just pulls out the old suicide brick and, you know, you're not going to be seeing any of him anymore. So all of a sudden, Giselle Guel shows up, and her ability is the zombie. So she's like, okay, I don't know what hell's going on here, but I need to try to bring back all these people. So she revives all the ninjas, all the Titans, all the Sternritters that died, all the Shinigami and died, including Unohana, who reveals her Bankai finally. It's like some massive acid spray thing. Like, she summons an entire goo of, like, ocean of acid that dissolves everything. So she pretty much, like, dissolves the zombies into dust, so they're not around anymore. And then meanwhile, you know, Madara, he can use the Ito Tensei. Okay, he's just like, okay, well, fuck it, whatever. We got enough corpses. So, you know, so it's like a constant cycle of people dying, people coming back to life, people getting washed out with acid, people getting stepped on by giant Menos Grandes, you know. All of a sudden, the other Vides would show up from the hole, and they realize, hey, we can use our freaking masks now. So they join the fray, and it's just a massive clusterfuck of just everything. It's just insane, right? So finally, out of all this, everybody ends up killing each other. You know, there's dead Hollows, dead Vizards, dead Sternritters. You know, I don't know. Did we cross over One Piece? Whatever. Dead pirates everywhere. And then finally, the only survivors of this whole ordeal are Uryu, Yuha, Ichigo, Uehara, Sasuke, and Naruto, and Madara, of course. And they're all like in this like 6 standoff, and they're just like, okay, so who do we fight? And I'm like, well, that guy's the enemy from our universe, and that guy's the enemy from your universe, so, you know, epic team up, whatever. So, you know, they have an epic team up. Ichigo takes on Uryu, Uehara takes on Yuha, Madara takes on whoever the third person was in that fight that I forgot to mention. But anyway, there's just this massive, you know, bloodshed, basically, and they basically blow up the entirety of the universe and everything inside of it. And then Uryu reveals that he's actually Ichigo's time-traveling brother from the future, or maybe the past, wibbly wobbly, timey wimey. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the freaking 12th Dr. Peter Capaldi shows up in the flippin' TARDIS, pops out, you know, he's being chased by Daleks, and he's just like, oh, I'm sorry, I kind of caused this whole dimensional rift, I'll fix it up right quick. So he takes out his sonic screwdriver, reverses the polarity of the neutron flow, shuts the energy gap in the universe, and then Ichigo wakes up in his bed with Grimchow. And it was all a dream. Hope you enjoy. Tekking signing out. I did all of that shit. 7 minutes of material, 1 take. Last one took me like 10. 1 take. I'm pretty awesome.
Hi.
Oh, no, that doesn't make any damn sense. Oh.